All right, part three of my story. So far, I've told you that I grew up with an alcoholic father who was grooming me by asking me all day, constantly, "Who's your best friend?" And then in which I would say, "You are, Daddy," and it just went on and on. If you don't know me, I'm Stacey Reed. I'm a transformational leadership coach. I help people with self-mastery and emotional intelligence. At 22, I married because I got pregnant and I thought I had to. It was absolutely crazy because my boys' dad was going to grad school and I was managing a Bath and Body Works in Colorado. I worked up until 2 days before I had my baby. All I got was 6 weeks unpaid maternity leave, and I ended up actually gaining 90 pounds. And looking back, it was really hard for me to quit smoking and drinking while I was pregnant. Alcohol is like almost all sugar, and I didn't know it, but I was addicted. And so I turned to sugar to get through a lot of the stress. But I didn't drink or smoke. I couldn't wait to have a glass of wine and a cigarette after I had him, though. And looking back, I would have considered myself absolutely a budding alcoholic, but I really didn't understand the disease. And I ultimately just wanted to be loved and accepted and to feel enough and to be somebody. I had no coping skills and minimal self awareness. This in no way excuses me from anything I did or didn't do. I'm 100% responsible for my life, even if I wasn't conscious of my behavior. It wouldn't be until 2 decades later that I would learn you can only get what you transmit. Because I didn't love myself, the chances of finding a partner that loved me was like slim to none. My relationships mirrored my number with myself. So if you're curious about your number with yourself, drop the words "my number" in the comments, and I'll send you the link to take a quiz so you can find out your number. So I spent most of my life as a 4 out of 10, and every one of my relationships were 4 relationships. I'm not saying a 4 is less than or less valuable than like a 9. It's like a 10-story building where the first floor and the 10th floor have the same address, but when you look out the first floor window, the view is much different than looking out of the penthouse.